Good morning, guys. So, this morning something crazy happened. Hey guys. So, this morning Dominic proposed to me right in front of this window. It was the most incredible experience. Like, it was surreal. It was honestly couldn't have been better. But he has no idea. I'm whispering right now because he's downstairs. He has no idea that I also have a ring for him. And I'm going to give it to him tonight. Because I brought it with me just in case, because I assumed he was going to do it soon. So, tonight I'm going to give it to him. I'm so excited. The ring he got me is so beautiful, you guys. I can't get it to focus, but just take my word for it. It's beautiful. But I'll show you guys the ring I got for him. This is the ring I got for him. It's black, but then it has rose gold on the inside. I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll be able to get it on video, but I might not. I didn't get this on video because I had no idea what was happening. But it was incredible, you guys. I'm so happy. And I'm getting married. I'm gonna be a gram. That's better, I think. I think that's good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So. What? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is. Can you just get so protected? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jazzy if you're new here. Today we are going to be recording a engagement video. Dominic proposed to me a couple weeks ago and we are finally getting around to recording this. So, introducing my boyfriend Dominic.
I could stay like this, forever following you.
Hi, I'm Dominic. Once upon a time, I started looking for a ring, and Jazz had told me exactly what it was she was looking for, and then proceeded to repeatedly tell me what it was she was looking for, and repeatedly offered to do it with me.
Well, I thought you needed help.
For me. And I
It took
told
a long
her,
time.
I told her politely to shove off. So I did a bit of digging and found a couple of different ring styles that I thought Jazz would appreciate, and kind of decided I was going to put my own flair on it. And I was really putting it all together, and it was coming along nicely, and then I had a pretty critical setback when I realized that the ring size wasn't going high enough. And
Your girl has chubby fingers.
so I kept looking, and I ended up finding a ring from JamesAllen.com. Great job, guys. And you know, I went on there and poked around for a bit and decided on the ring and the diamond style that I wanted. And you know, Jazz and I always knew that we wanted to get engaged somewhere special, but early on in our relationship, she convinced me that I needed to have a photographer and a videographer and a beautiful layout and you know, this huge immaculate plan. And I'm great at plans. I like to wave at them as they pass by.
I did lift those stipulations as the years went on.
She did, yeah.
Because I realized he was stressed over them.
You don't say. But it's one of those things where, you know, I don't think people realize, men obviously do, but women don't realize the type of pressure that men are put under when they're given all these stipulations to do something that's just as important to them. So I was just kind of nodding my head whenever Jazz was telling me that she wanted me to do things a certain way. And I just knew because we traveled so much, I wanted to do a trip of ours. And, you know, Denver, we had planned it out. It was like 4 or 5 months before we went.
Yeah.
Because of another issue from when we moved down here. Where we had extra, you know,
free flights,
which is cool. Our Colorado trip had originally been planned for our birthdays, Mine is February 25th and Jazz's is March 3rd. And, you know, this year just happened to be a leap year, which we hadn't considered when we originally had, you know, planned the trip. So when I realized it was a leap year, I realized it gave me not only an extra day of the trip with Jazz, but also it's, you know, the middle ground between our birthdays, which is something that was really, really cool. And the more I thought about it, the more I committed to it. And now it became, you know, less about the day and more so, how do I convince Jazz that this is okay? Because as soon as she realizes that February 29th is, you know, only every 4 years, she would panic a little bit.
Since it's leap year, we get to celebrate in 2 days. Our engagement.
Yeah, I planned out everything good because when I realized it was the 29th, I knew that when you realized it, that there wasn't a 29th next year, you would freak out.
I'd be mad though, but
And that's why we're going to celebrate the 28th and the 1st every year. And then for leap years, we'll take a vacation. Because then every 4 years, we celebrate our anniversary or our engagement.
And then conveniently enough, again, it was right in between our birthdays. So the more I thought about it, the more I thought that was really cool because our whole relationship, we've really forced a point of meeting each other in the middle and compromising and building up stronger together. And I thought that there was really no better way than that particular day as time went on and the more I thought about it to really say, you know, I want to be with you forever, which I thought was pretty genius on my part.
You're a genius.
Yeah, I'm pretty great. So we got out to Colorado and saw the Airbnb and I was like, oh wow, you know, this is really a beautiful area and a beautiful living situation that we can be in right now. But Jazz had always been talking about Vail for the last couple of years. She wanted to go out there and I thought it'd be really cool to, you know, make Vail special for her even more so. So Jazz wanted to go out to Vail very, very badly and I wanted to go on the 29th, which was a Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Was it a Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't want to go on the weekend, so we went Friday, and then you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're right.
I didn't want to go on the weekend because the lady at the Airbnb said it was going to be really busy on the weekend, and Dominic never has any opinion on doing anything. He just is go with the flow about everything.
Just
so
yeah.
It was weird that he was like so insistent when I was like, I don't want to go on the weekend. The lady specifically said it was going to be super busy.
So we go out to Vail and it was extremely busy. We're extremely confused why it's so busy. You know, first thing in the morning on a Friday. It took us like 2.5 hours to get there. 3 hours.
Too long.
Yeah, it took way too damn long. And we got there.
And all the while, Dominic's saying, if we like it, we're like saying how miserable the drive is so long. And Dominic's like, if we like it, we'll come back out tomorrow.
Yeah. So we get out there.
Because he wanted to go Saturday.
Right. Because I wanted to propose. So we get out there and it's packed. There's nowhere to park. There's nothing available anywhere throughout the entire town of Vail. We drove the whole 3 hours in the car, obviously. Drove around Vail for 45 minutes and then we drove home because we didn't have another choice.
There was some snow.
Apparently, there was a snowboarding championship that particular weekend in Vail.
Snowboarding championship this week.
Oh.
We were boned no matter what happened.
Well,
That's why it's so busy.
we probably should have done some research on this.
That sucks.
It's alright. We'll go back to the Wendy's and go pee.
Well, it said it goes through the 29th.
We're not coming back here, baby.
You don't think?
No, because chances are there's still gonna be a lot of people here.
And we were like, well, I guess we're not coming back tomorrow. So now I started, you know, spazzing out, like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? You know, I don't want it to just be something, you know, super generic, and I want it to be special. You know, I knew that she was going to be creating a Colorado vlog and about our trip and our Airbnb and things like that, and I was like, well, you know.
A bug.
Hello.
Is that an ant? Sorry about that. We had an ant situation.
It's an alien. The bastard tried to assassinate.
I knew that she was going to be doing an Airbnb tour. I knew that she was going to be deciding, you know, exactly what content she was going to be putting in her vlog. And I thought it'd be really cool to showcase the mountains and, you know, show off the sunrise and all that type of fun stuff. And I kind of put that idea in her head, and I was like, all right, well, this is how I'm going to do it, because I know Jazz is going to hand me the camera and ask me to, you know, take a video of her so that way she can show off in front of the camera. And, you know, we went to bed that night, and Jazz was a little suspicious, but didn't really think anything of it because I like to sleep.
So a little backstory on how Dominic proposed to me. So yesterday he said that he wanted to wake up early for the sunrise, which isn't that weird because obviously I love the sunrise, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But it was a little odd that he wanted to wake up to do it because usually like I'm the one waking him up. And then we went to bed so late that I was like, why don't we just do it Sunday? It'll be fine, it'll be a snow day, we'll do it Sunday. So I was good with that. He was not. He was like, no, let's do it tomorrow. I think we should. It might be cloudy on the snow day or whatever. So I was like, whatever. I didn't really think much of it. Well, I did. I did kind of think it was weird, but at the same time, like, I'm not the type of girl that wanted to know I was going to be getting engaged. So I just kind of like was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to think about it.
I still didn't think he was going to propose because because he said, you know, how dressed up do you want to get for this? And I was like, it's 5 in the morning. We're not getting dressed up. People will be weirded out by that. And then he was okay with that. So I was like, there's no way. He's not going to propose while I'm wearing, you know, a freaking hoodie.
So, fun fact, Jazz was not wearing a hoodie.
I wasn't.
I was. I totally was. But,
It was good.
you know, that morning I woke up and, you know, got ready and got my thoughts together and went upstairs, and Jazz was like, okay, ready to go back to bed? And I'm like, what?
Because by the time you got up there, the sun was risen.
The sun was not fully risen yet.
Almost.
I had 2 minutes.
He was up there for like 4 minutes. And I was like, okay, like, I'm tired, let's go to sleep.
And I was like, oh, okay. So Jazz went off into the kitchen for something and came back, and, you know.
I'll insert a clip of this, actually. I got a clip of you when I went out in the outside, and then I came back in and I recorded a clip of you deep in thought. I thought that he was just, I don't even know, I just thought you were a little weird, honestly, but.
Yeah, she thought I was just staring out the window contemplating my death.
It was a great idea, my love.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Sometimes. I love you.
I need you. You think you were being slick with that?
No. I know you knew. You're the one that asked me to record this. That's so beautiful.
It is. So is baby.
Thank you, Billy.
Oh, as I was saying, or as you were saying, go on. You were saying that I went in the kitchen.
Oh, so
and
Jazz went in the kitchen, and she came out, and I was having a mild panic attack. Not because I didn't want to, but it was just typical nerves. And guy out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's awful. And
I noticed no difference. You seem the same. You're in a constant panic attack.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that he was having a panic attack.
But she also didn't notice that I had the ring in my pocket. You know.
Oh, time out, pause. Sorry. We gotta take it back to when I was getting ready in the morning, and I thought about wearing this white like dress thing that I had been saving for if we were to get engaged, and I was like, nah, like it ain't happening this morning, and also like I just didn't want it. I didn't want to jinx it if it was happening, so I didn't wear it, and that was kind of a bummer because instead I was wearing a black sweater.
That's okay. I thought you looked beautiful.
Yeah, you said I did, but I know I looked mess.
I don't think so.
Sorry.
I thought you were perfect. Anyways, so got down on one knee, proposed. We went back to bed.
Wait, that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
No, so I was looking out the window.
What
There's
I
so
shared-
much more romance here.
What I share with you is my business
Can
and
I
yours.
say it?
You don't even know what I said.
I do actually. Well, I don't remember most of it, but I do remember a lot of it.
Mm.
Like, so I was staring out the window,
Okay.
and Dominic came up behind me and he hugged me, and then I turned around and we danced for a minute, and we like swayed like we do. So it wasn't weird to me. I was just like, this is normal. And then he was like, I've known I wanted to marry you since the day I met you. He said that. And then I was still just like, oh, so sweet. I still didn't know you were like proposing. I just thought you were saying things.
I didn't say that.
You did.
No, what I said was I've known that you were special since the day I met you, and I've known since
Oh,
the
that is what
second
you said.
day I met you that I didn't want to lose you.
No. No. You said, I've known I wanted, I think you messed up. You did. You said, I've known I wanted to marry you since the day I met you. I've known I
Well,
wanted to
yeah,
spend
but
the rest of my life with you
If you
since the
had
second day.
given me the camera like the plan was supposed to go,
Oh,
you
yeah,
would
so-
know.
Towards the end of the sunrise, he ended up like pulling me in, and he said like, I knew I wanted to marry you from the first day that I met you, and I knew I didn't want to lose you from the second day that I knew you. But I honestly had no idea he was going to be proposing.
I didn't give him the camera.
Nope, she tried to go back to bed.
I did, and I thought while he was telling me all these sweet things, I was like, oh, I wish I was vlogging this because it's so sweet how he's being. And then all of a sudden he was on one knee, and I was like, what the heck? And that's what happens. You just get down on one knee. There's a lot of thought that went into it. And then he said the meet in the middle thing.
So seconds later, he gets down on one knee and he proposes. He explains that like he wanted to do it today because his birthday is the 27th and my birthday. His birthday's not the 27th. Because his birthday is the 25th and my birthday is the 3rd, and today is right in the middle of the two. So it's the 29th of February, so it's leap year. And he said that he wanted to do it today because our whole relationship, we've always met in the middle, and he wants to continue to do that with me for the rest of our lives. And so it was just a really sweet, like, meaning behind the day that he chose. And he also said that now that, like, we got engaged on leap year, obviously leap year only comes every 4 years, and we can celebrate 2 days, the 28th and the 1st. So obviously your girl was like, oh yeah. I'm down to celebrate all week, honestly.
Later on that night, I think I'd come back from taking Sunday out or something like that, and Jazz actually had a ring for me, which was a really nice surprise. A very unexpected surprise because she had no idea that it was happening. Because I enlisted her mom to throw her off the scent as much as I could and as much as she could. And Jazz was convinced that I was going to propose to her a few months later
In San Diego.
in San Diego.
Thank God
And
that
I
didn't
wasn't.
happen. 'Cause
Guess
we
what?
we
That
aren't
trip to
going.
San Diego got canceled.
Yeah, like
Thanks,
everyone
Corona.
else's. But at least we're engaged already, and I didn't have to stress about it.
Yeah.
But I did bring the ring just in case because everybody was convincing me he wasn't doing it, but I just didn't know. And I thought, how cool would it be if I had a ring for him on the same day that he gave me my ring? But we kind of like talked about it. You knew you were gonna get a ring. You just didn't know I had ordered you a ring.
Yeah.
Or anything. Or that you were gonna get it right then. You didn't expect. I remember one point you said, you basically made it seem like there was no way I was gonna have a ring for you when you proposed.
She wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
She wasn't supposed to at all.
Well, I got my priority shipping, and it was shipped in 2 days. So, but I did have a ring. And that was very exciting for you.
And then, fun fact, and this is all according to Jazz, so take fact lightly.
No, it's true. Watch this is what you're talking about? The movie Leap Year.
Okay, maybe. But apparently every year that there's a leap year on February 29th in Ireland. It's actually tradition for the woman to propose to the man. So in a sense, we still were able to meet in the middle, which was really, really neat.
Yeah.
Despite not being in Ireland, and despite, I'm pretty sure I'm not Irish, and I don't think Jazz is
I
either.
like Ireland.
But she just really likes Ireland.
It was exciting for you. When I told you that, you were excited.
Oh, I was very happy. So,
Yeah. And it's weird too because he wanted to meet in the middle, and the whole reason I wanted to get him a ring was to meet in the middle. I just didn't feel right about him proposing to me and me having a ring to wear until we get married. Thank God I got your ring at this point with everything that's going on.
yeah.
Because who knows how long it'll be until we're actually married.
Oh, my God.
But are you wearing your ring?
I realized during the course of this conversation that I left it off, and it's sitting right in there. I washed my hands so that way I can make food.
So we can show them. Oh, is it this hand?
Yeah.
But I ended up having to go back downstairs to get, after you proposed. I went down, I got your ring, and then I put it in the drawer near where you had proposed to me. And then, okay. And so when he came up and then he was closing the blinds or opening them or something, and I had him open the.
Yeah, it was that night.
Yeah, I had him open the drawer, and then he saw it. Because I was just thinking in my head, do I get down on one knee? Like, how do I do this? So I was just sitting there, so I was like, yeah, it'll be convenient if he opens it, sees it, and then. But you were not seeing it.
So I opened it
He was
and looked in the
confused.
drawer, and I'm like, what am I getting? There's
He's
a
like-
bunch of trash in
You're like,
here.
this lady has a bunch of shit in here. I was like, okay, look a little closer. And then I left at my piece, and that was great. So this is my ring. And another fun thing is that, hopefully that focuses. If it doesn't, I'll record another one later. Another fun thing is that he got it engraved with my only favorite. And I got mine engraved for you. What does it say?
My favorite forever. Guess who didn't have to look at theirs?
I knew what you got it engraved as. I just wanted to see it. So very sweet and very nice that we both had the same thoughts. And that was pretty much it. Then we called my mom and my dad, and everybody was excited. My dad knew before I knew, so that was cool.
Yeah, that's common. Men, highly advise it.
So, that was fun. Oh, and then we spent the rest of our trip, and I didn't tell anybody. And now I still haven't told many people.
Surprise!
Well, I was planning on telling everybody when we got back, but then Corona hit. So here we are. But when I release this video, hopefully everybody will know by then. Otherwise, everybody will know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know it's happening at some point. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to hit that red thumbs up. Hit that, oh wait, no. That's red too, but hit that red subscribe button. It's cool how I do that, right? I always thought it was pretty cool, but hit that red subscribe button. Like, do all of the things, and and we will see you guys next time.
You know, as you may or may not have found out, Jazz is a YouTuber. Go figure. And, if you didn't know, hello. Hi, this is Jazzy. Just beautiful. You should follow her, like, subscribe, do all the things. Hit that big red button, whatever it is you say. And, yeah, I pay attention once in a
I
while.
put that at the end.
You probably could.